T14 podcast and Avery. It's deadline day, buddy. It's not crunching time. Ross Atkins waited until the final day to do an assignment that's worth 80% of his final grade. How are we feeling, man? I feel like shit. I am scared. I'm scared, to be honest. I put a lot of eggs in this basket that he's going to stay.
Yeah, you certainly did. So that's going to be all on you. We have till, I guess, the end of tomorrow, but yeah, just shouldn't really be making plans for tonight, I guess, when you guys are going to hear this, hopefully. I saw a tweet from a former player or former executive that said the only way things happen in this business if people put deadlines down. So nothing will happen quickly without deadlines. So that's how that's going. But yeah, no, I would feel better to have a deal done right now instead of sitting here waiting a day before the deadline.
I'll be honest, man. It's a weird place to be in because I know he wants to stay here. Like, he has said that multiple times. Ross Atkins wants him to be here. What's annoying for me is how could you not have, how have we not come to a deal? That's
because
what I'm
they're not going to offer their most money
until the final day.
Yeah,
what you think? Yeah.
I mean, it's just how negotiations work.
How are you as confident as I am, Abe? Like, you think he's going to be a Blue Jay for life? Like, I put my nuts on the table. I bet thousands of dollars against people on the fucking internet who have no idea who they are that he's going to be a Blue Jay for life. This will be one of the biggest blindsidings, I think, of all time if he is not extended this year. I am comfortable saying that.
I'm in the same boat that it seems like a match made in heaven. Still, it makes the most sense for both sides to have this done right now.
Yeah.
Like what if Vladdy puts up a stinker year? No one wants that.
Oh,
but what
dude,
if I'm
actually
coming off that season is when you want to sign the ticket, I think. Yeah. And getting it from Toronto will be that. It'd be so interesting who would want to pay. I know teams would do it. It's like so obviously the Mets, you would think it'd be that team.
Well,
the Red Sox too, but again, it's like people value Vladdy, wait on what he can do kind of off the diamond too. Kind of Shohei Jr.
Well, he's not marketable according to that guy.
That's insane, man. I know Jazz Chisholm was on the cover of MLB The Show, so it kind of takes away everything. But like cover athlete, son of one of the greatest hitters, like just an awesome, good personality. Yeah, you can't say he's not marketable. That's insane. But again, you can market him all over Canada. That's you have the leg up. I think it just makes so much sense for both sides to get this done kind of right now.
I'm nervous, man. This is essentially make it or break it. Like, if you really take a step back and look at this, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., if he signs his deal that we think he's signing, the 14, 15 years, this motherfucker is going to be on the Blue Jays till we're 41 years old, Avery. That's have you thought about that? Like, no, is that not crazy?
I have 41 is an age I never thought I'd get to. Like, that's insane.
Like, you don't really think about it until it actually happens, but 14-year deal. 41 years old is when
you think it'll be a 14-year deal?
15 maybe, yeah.
Oh, I think it's like 12 maybe.
Really?
11 is what I put down in my tweet.
I think what they could do is to, I guess, meet his standards for money-wise is they make the deal longer with a lower AAV.
Yeah.
But
I almost think he's just chasing AAV right now, not years.
Oh, you think so?
I don't know anything. I'm not in the meetings. This is
another thing that is intriguing for me if I'm Vladdy, and I talked about this yesterday when I bodied that fucking 40-year-old weirdo on Twitter, was a lot of money are coming off the books next year, Ave. Yeah. If I'm Vladdy, I'm looking at that and going, we're losing like 130 mil worth of salary is going to be off the books in 2026. Like, I'm not saying Vladdy's going to play the GM mode or the GM LeBron James type of mode, but he sees that obviously. And he's like, this is, you could build around me with that type of stuff. I know the prospects aren't there, but you guys have tons of money coming off the books that you could put back on the books by spending on players around me. So I think it's really intriguing if I'm Vladdy, being with an ownership group that's willing to spend, right?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, like, he's seen he can do good things in Toronto. He hasn't played here his whole career and sucked. They've been pretty good. Like, he's seen that they can be successful with this group together.
Success.
Yes, correct. But again, it's the playoffs. It's 2 games. You could find a way to get hot and do that like the Tigers at the end of last season too. You can find a way to make some things happen. So like it hasn't all been bad as he's been here.
Yes.
That's a good thing, I think, for this side. And money coming off the books with the willingness to spend is the good thing. You definitely want to see a prospect or two come up, but that's not Vladdy's issue. That's not what he should be dealing with.
Yeah.
He wants them to spend, and I bet he'd want them to spend on good major league players. Most major leaguers want that.
Yeah. So, anyways, like I said, we're recording this at 12 o'clock on Sunday. He might be fucking signed by 8 o'clock on Sunday. I have no idea.
The other thing I like that's kind of funny, I think we talk about this with Kevin in the interview that's going to air right after, is why would he not like sign a deal midway through spring training if they're just like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. We fucked up. Let's give you a ton more money. I still think that could kind of happen, but I will be nervous. I will be disappointed if they make it.
This deadline thing's pissing me off in terms of the miserable fans and the fans of other teams to be like, well, that's it. That's it. You lost Vladdy. He doesn't sign by the deadline. Like he could very well sign halfway through spring. Would it be awesome if Vladdy just fucking signed right now? Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. To be honest, you don't have to deal with the fans, of the miserable fans and the fans in our mentions the entire thing. But again, it's Vladdy's gonna have to weigh out his options. Is he going to get paid a shit ton of money or more in free agency as a first baseman? I don't know. Right?
That's the problem. That you don't want to find out. You'll pay to find out. That's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a weird thing. But next thing I wanted to discuss, Bichette. Pretty weird quote today. Did you happen to see that?
Weird quote?
Yeah, from like the Hazel May one.
No, I didn't.
Here, I'll pull it up. Surely fans will act completely normal about this quote. I'm so fucking sure.
Because he had quotes yesterday that were like.
So Vladdy said, I know how Bo said, I know how the world works. It's like what you have. It's what have you done for me lately? That's just how it goes. This offseason, I haven't seen much. So I don't know if they're going to talk to me or not. I was told they would reach out. They haven't reached out in the past. It's been during spring training when they reach out to me. Obviously, Vladdy is the priority at this point. From my perspective, I'm happy and content where I'm at. There are not many organizations putting in the effort that this one does. We'll see. I'm here to win.
That's
pretty
awesome.
weird. I mean,
that's not. I wouldn't say that's weird.
Well, it's a weird quote in terms of the fact that the Jays said they would talk to him and they haven't. Like that's the only thing that the fans are going to grab. Like the Shakins crowd, that's what they're going to grab from that. Is like.
But he also gave us the nugget that they do it every spring training. Yeah, and spring training started.
Exactly. I think
you have a Vlad. So say Vladdy doesn't sign, and he's like, "I'm not talking to you till free agency." Why wouldn't you just start Bo talks right away?
Or yeah, why don't you just lock Bo up?
Yeah, I think that's like I think it's because if you get Bo, Vlad's like, okay, yeah, you are here to win too. It can help get things back. I think it's just like a quick pivot. Let's try and lock him up too.
I think the biggest thing with Bo is if I'm Bo's agent, I don't know if I take a deal right now. I mean, last year was so bad. I think it'd be essentially like if Vladdy signed after 2023 when he put up like a 1.4 WAR. It'd be, it's like obviously Bo's was to a way different extent of bad, but if I'm Bo, I don't know if I sign.
Yeah, I think everyone in those contract negotiations would just write off. The Jays would try not to write it off, and his agent and
they would say we want the Adames deal or nothing.
Yeah, kind of. And that's not crazy. It's honestly not crazy.
Bichette is good, contrary to the negative fucks on social
media. They can afford both of them.
Yeah.
I don't think
like I said, especially with the amount of money coming off the books. They can afford both.
I don't think the shortstop the one thing is working for him. I don't have my phone. I don't have my computer like up to look at stuff. I don't think the shortstop group is awesome in free agency. That's the one thing that's going to work great for Bichette.
And he's good. I think he's going to I'm not. This isn't financial advice. Bet every single over Bichette for hits.
That seems like we'll hopefully be able to do some betting stuff. But yeah, Bo, whatever you can get in on Bo, I think it's just an easy.
I'm all in.
He doesn't. You won't forget how to hit singles the other way, singles the other way.
No, exactly. But I'm all in on Bo.
He looks big too, man. He looks bulky again.
He looks good. We got Santander showing up to camp. He is a unit. Holy shit. it's gonna be cool. I mean, seeing the connection, like the Jimenez and Santander, obviously two guys that played in Venezuela together, the World Baseball Classic. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I am too. I'm gonna
Jimenez Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I'm gonna remake the Carlos Benchwarmers deal where they're
With
Dominican, Venezuelan.
I like that actually.
Yeah, so when Santander goes deep, we can tweet that out.
Yeah. And then the next thing, I tweeted it this morning, but someone like again, I will probably get credit for this because I am the account that tweeted it who actually has confirmation that it happened. But Amir Garrett signed with the Jays. Called me last night. I haven't talked to Amir in a couple weeks, I think, but he called me last night, like out of the blue, at like 9, I want to say, and I missed it. And I called him back, and he's like, "Your boy's in the 6 or whatever." I forgot what he said, something like that. And I was like, "Let's fucking go, Amir," because he always talks about how much he loves Toronto, especially with me, how much he loved visiting here, and we used to go to dinner when he used to come down here. So he has a new arm slot. He said in his like light pens right now, 89, but he's like in spring training, he's always there. Then he goes up to 95, 98. But he's competing with Dick Lovelady, Josh Walker, and Brennan Little for that last spot in the bullpen for the lefty.
For the lefty, yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel like the peripherals from Brennan Little are good enough to have him in there.
Yeah.
So it's yeah.
If you're dazzles in the spring, I mean, you can't discount the guy
for sure. If he's 93 with that arm slot, he gets up to it. It'll be pretty interesting because every video, it's a minor league deal, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what, with the invite to spring. See what he can cook up. Yeah, it's an interesting signing. They're definitely just looking for a left-hander to get in there too.
For sure. And that's the thing with a bullpen. You could build a bullpen on cheap flyers. Like
some bullpen guys take till they're 35 to figure it out and be really good.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's the thing about Amir. It's like I think Amir's gonna be good, man. I think they're gonna like him. He's kind of like that Max Scherzer type where he's a fucking bulldog and he's like just
he's a funny fucking guy though.
He's a competitor and a funny guy. So yeah. I'm looking forward to hopefully he makes the team. And then we'll go from there. But I can't wait. I was fired up. It's always good when your friend signs with the Toronto Blue Jays. So I'm happy for Amir. But what else do we got, Abe? I mean,
not much, man. The weather in this city.
Oh yeah. Well, you're in Blue Mountain, right?
Yeah, I'm in Collingwood right now, but I think you guys might get more snow in Toronto.
Dude, the snow in Toronto is insane right now.
It is. Yeah.
Where
does it go anymore? So I'm about ready to get to Florida at this point.
Yeah, this is pathetic.
Also, Cowboys are the richest people in the world.
Cowboys?
I had to buy cowboy boots and stuff for my
I saw that
Texas wedding. Those things are goddamn expensive.
Oh my God. I don't think I've ever owned anything. Like I've never owned cowboy boots or a cowboy hat.
Yeah,
before.
I know. I want to become a cowboy boots guy. It's kind of nails.
It is nails, but it's such a hassle taking the boots on and off all the time.
I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that.
If you go proper tight ones, it's a little bit of a bitch. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
But this weather's pathetic.
It's really bad.
Like the only thing that can make this better is if Vladdy signs. I actually was thinking about getting a cigar and just waiting on whenever he signs, just smoking on that cigar, right? For the people, getting the people going like, yes, we fucking did it. We finally locked up. Because who is the last homegrown talent Toronto Blue Jays is locked up, man? Can you name one?
Not off
Vernon
the top
Wells? Vernon Wells?
I mean, not off the top of my head, like in the recent regime.
Yeah, it's like fuck.
But that also plays into their homegrown talent being ass.
Fair. A lot of it's development, and a lot of it is just not being able to lock up players. But yeah, I mean, has there been a guy that the Toronto Blue Jays needed to extend? I mean, I would be pretty pissed if the Jays extended fucking Manoah, right? After that massive Cy Young year, overpaid for him,
Yeah, I mean,
so
you still had some years there,
yeah.
but that's all we got. So we have Kevin GohD coming on. We're gonna answer some listener questions,
interview.
And then we're gonna have him after. Stick with the interview. It was almost like Kev was doing something at the start, but then he's a funny
Stay
guy.
with it. Stay with it.
Yeah.
First 5 minutes. I'm not gonna say they're a doozy. Like they're just like
we were going through the motions first 5, and
we're doing warm up.
Yeah,
Now
then Kev got cooking. He's an awesome guy.
we're doing PFPs, and
Yeah.
then we got right into it right after. So stick with the interview. Great stuff out of Kevin, an
Yeah.
absolute legend. I'm not really quite familiar with the video game stuff, and I didn't realize how big he was. But yeah, he's fucking massive, and
Yes,
people
that is
love him.
awesome.
So people love
That's
him.
going to come after this, but we'll get into some listener questions first. Liz asks, "Will this be the year Kirk steals a base?"
No, Kirk's 5 for 5 actually stealing bases. You know that
In the minors, yeah.
in the minors, yeah. I mean, those catchers should be legit locked up. If Alejandro Kirk steals on you, yeah, I got nothing for you.
I think
You are an ass catcher.
Well, it's any base Kirk has stolen is not the catcher's fault. I'm gonna go on record and say it. Like that is that is a no look from the pitcher on the third pitch of an at bat where Kirk just takes off as soon as he. That is, I will say, if someone can get me the tape of all 5, I will actually break it down.
There's no tape. It's like the Wilt Chamberlain 100-point game. There's no tape.
No tape.
There's no tape. There's no tape of Alejandro Kirk stealing bases. It's like it is an urban legend, just like the Wilt game.
Yeah,
it just hasn't happened. But we're at the 3-peat right now. Alejandro Kirk, best shape of his life. 3-peat. Things are going well. 3-peat for Thick Jesus.
Okay, this is a question that's insane. I didn't even like it to say that I wanted to answer, but once Vladdy gets extended, do you think Ross Atkins gets fired? Imagine they extend Vlad and then they immediately turn around and shit can Ross. How funny would that be?
I can't reiterate this. I can't say this enough. I promise you the grass is not greener on the other side for general managers. The Red Sox general manager, Chaim Bloom, traded Mookie Betts for 3 Costco employees or 4 Costco. Like, I promise you, dude, the grass is not greener on the other side.
I will say Chaim is the reason the Red Sox have so much.
No, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Now. Yeah, he did great with the prospects, not the greatest trader, I'll say.
Yeah, he was in a tough spot there, but that is correct. Like, I just don't want to have to start over. I hate that.
And I don't want to talk myself into a GM being good and having to rebuild. I love how Ross Atkins always says, fuck a rebuild. He'll sign guys. Like, I don't care about prospects. Doesn't give a shit.
With the current rotation, when healthy, where does Manoah fit in?
I had a crazy dream last night that Jake Bloss came in a spring training game and went 4 no-hit innings. So I've kind of talked myself. It's a crazy dream, I know, but I have talked myself into Jake Bloss being like a dog in AAA, obviously, and then coming up and doing spot starts. But I really don't know where Manoah goes.
If they're not re-signing Bassett, he's just the next one.
Yeah, for sure. And Manoah's agency DM'd us. Is this mean? So Ballingy Group DM'd us and said, so they followed us, and I tweeted at them, like, are we going to get Alek Manoah on the pod or not? I'm assuming Manoah probably hates us, but whatever. They DM'd us, do you guys want Irv Carter or who else?
I forget.
Connor Cook
on
the podcast. I go, I appreciate you guys reaching out, but right now we kind of only do like big league guys. The minor league guys don't do that well in terms of numbers wise on the podcast. I think that was a fair. Was that a dickhead answer?
We've only ever done one minor league guy.
Who?
Ricky.
Well, that's a top prospect, though.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what I was saying. Like, we haven't really.
Like, do you like again? This isn't a slight. Do you think Irv Carter and Connor Cook would put asses in seats for a podcast?
No, I think like
that's what I'm saying.
I think like I would have to do that solo. Like, that would be
fair. But again, that's just I don't know if that's what Gate 14 listeners.
Yeah, tell us if you really do want to hear it. But when you said that, I was like,
for example, I wouldn't want to listen to a podcast like that. But that's just me, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's all right. I would have no problem talking to him, but again, it doesn't get the hype when compared to when we get Kevin Gausman and those guys. Obviously, a little bit different. If we couldn't do a Blue Jays podcast but had to run one, what would be the thing you'd make the podcast based around?
So if it wasn't a Blue Jays podcast, it was an actual podcast?
Yeah, if we were banned from doing a Blue Jays podcast, what would we do?
Like if we got a cease and desist from the Blue Jays podcast?
I have no idea what we'd do.
I would like to do just like a son of a boy dad type of podcast.
Just shoot the shit.
Shoot the shit type of thing. Call him mommy. That'd be a good one. Shout out Tommy Smokes. I actually don't know what I would really do. I think I would just do a normal lifestyle podcast.
Yeah, I don't think I could
Like
talk
just
about anything but sports. So that would
yeah, that's a
be
tough thing. Like I could talk about life probably for like 30 minutes a week type of thing, but I could not. It'd have to be something involved in sports. But I really don't think yeah, it'd be a lifestyle pod probably or like a comedy podcast.
any chance of a vlog of the U.S. or Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame museums.
We can reach out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we can. The guy, my parents got new carpet, and one of the workers there, his brother, like ran the Canadian Baseball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it's I used to play there. That was our home field when I was in the
I caught a
Nationals.
pitch from I was in the ninth grade, eighth grade, and I was catching back in those days, and I caught fuck. We played at the Baseball Hall of Fame, and the Jays closer back in the day, I forget who it was, threw the first pitch at a
BJ
game, but
Ryan?
no, it was not BJ Ryan. It was like the '93 closer came and threw
Oh,
the
no
first
idea.
pitch.
Couldn't help you with that.
But Onats played there, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I that museum is a house.
Yeah.
It's a literal house. It's like an actual like it's a house. Pretty insane when you think about it.
It would be nice if we got to take one of the bats from the 1910s and hit some BP with it. Like that would be cool stuff.
Yeah, that would be cool. I think the vlogs this year, I will say again, because we have some things in the work now with Gate 14, which is going to allow us to do a lot more vlogs and a lot more content. The vlogs this year are going to fucking rock.
They
We
are.
got tons of things lined up here.
I will say, for the West Coast, keep your eyes out. We think we
Yeah,
have
for
something
our
cooking.
BC lads. Keep the eyes.
We're going to try and get to Seattle this year.
Yeah, I think it's a good chance, and it's my
And
birthday weekend as well.
yeah, and I think we're going to try and do like at a bar pregame, get the people together in Seattle, try and get that done. So
Yeah,
nice
and
little
we'll
gathering
sell
stuff.
that shit out. Gate 14 Nation will fucking sell that shit out. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, stay tuned for some news, which means more content coming from the Gate 14 side.
What is the ceiling for Ricky Tiedemann's season this year?
He's not pitching this year.
Yeah, I mean,
So him like throwing a flat ground, maybe. I don't know. Him throwing a flat ground, maybe.
I think
don't
maybe we get him in August for a couple innings, but
yeah,
um,
yeah.
yeah, nothing different. Will an existing Padre be a Toronto Blue Jay by opening day?
No.
I don't think so either. I think they're kind of keeping everyone.
I
do you
think the
of-
Jays are going to get one more bat.
Okay, but like a guy who was cut and then they take that? Or
No, I think there's just too much of a clog, like a log jam with the infielders, man. How is like again?
there definitely is too many.
How is the Leo Jimenez guys going to get at bats? How is the David Schneider guys going to get at bats? How is the even the Alan Roden, obviously we talked about, he'll probably play a pretty decent amount, but like a lot of these guys is like I don't know how these guys are going to get at bats.
Yeah.
And that's going to be bad for their development, you know?
Well, most of them have options still, so they can go down and play in Buffalo at least.
Yeah.
That'll be good. What does a potential Dalton Varsho extension look like?
That's a really good question.
I
really don't know.
I saw it too, and I was like, I don't even know where to start.
Like, what about 12 mil a year?
Yeah,
Would that
15
be
was
too small?
15 was the number I got to, and I was
15
like,
mil a year AAV.
and I don't know if that's low or high.
It's the bat is so bad though. That's the problem, man. The bat has to be at least a little bit above league average, dude.
Yeah, but like you got to be paying him more than 50-year-old Kevin Kiermaier from last year.
That's where I'm at as well.
So-
17 mil, maybe 17, 15 mil.
Yes, 15 to 20.
Yeah,
That's just where I'm at. I don't know.
yeah, I agree.
What does the Jeff Hoffman entrance light show look like?
I talked about this yesterday. Also, what was that closer song? Seven Nation Army should be his walk up.
Seven Nation.
Yeah, like that would be bad. Like you hear the crowd, oh, like that would be sick.
That would be good.
We'll talk about it with him.
He was a Kid Cudi guy, though. That's what he walked out to.
That's crazy. He would be the last individual I'd ever think in my life be like that. That's a Kid Cudi guy.
Yes, I'd say the same thing. If you got 10
Legitimately
attempts,
the last guy ever. But
You good? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Yeah. What were you saying?
If you
You
got
got 10
10
attempts,
attempts
what?
to gain more than 5 rushing yards total in an NFL game, could you? The only way I could do it is tush
No.
push. Tush push, I
If
think you
I
could.
no, I think so. 10 attempts for 5 yards. I think the only way I could do it is if I have the Eagles O line.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not
But no,
setting
not tush push though.
okay, I'm not setting up at running back and running through the A gap and getting
Oh,
two.
I'm doing that.
No. The
I'm
linebacker's
running through
crashing
the.
down and ruining my day.
I'm running through the Eagles A gap. 5 yards is not that crazy, Abe.
No, it's not, but a lot of people in the NFL can't do it. Why can we do it?
But yeah, a lot of people in the NFL could do it if they get 10 attempts.
Yeah, you'd hope so. It'd be a pretty bad start, but
If you give me a really good O line, I could easily get you 5 yards on 10 attempts.
okay.
Easily.
All right, I like that. Um, one cocktail for each starting J. What do you think they order as their nightcap cocktail?
So for the starter, okay, Bassett is not a cocktail guy. Let me just get right ahead of that.
No.
That guy is strictly, yeah, like he's strictly just pint. He's just pint.
He's Mick Ultra the whole night.
Yeah, he's Mick Ultra. So I'm not even gonna say cocktail for Bassett.
Maybe
He
even like
Mick Ultra.
maybe even Bush Light. I would, or maybe like
Bush Light or Natty Light probably goes back to his roots. I think Bassett, we can't do cocktail because that's just not a cocktail guy.
no.
Gossman, we had it with him, tequila, like tequila soda.
Okay.
That's what Bassett is, or Gossman.
Who's the
Bowden is not.
Who's the
Bowden's
old fashioned guy? Does Bowden drink?
Yeah, he was drinking with us when we went to
Okay.
the.
I wasn't sure. I
Cherries.
wasn't sure.
Yeah, Topo Chicos he was having. I don't know what Bassett. I don't know what. Like, what do you think? What do you think Bowden would be?
Again, we just see them drinking pints. So yeah, sir.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is bad. We haven't done a good job on this one.
He's all vodka soda. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck that question. I don't know. It's a great question,
yeah,
but I have no idea. You stumped me.
exactly. I'll go through with that. Someone says he's not sure if Jeff Hoffman should be the number one closer for the Jays at 20.
Who the fuck should be then?
Yeah, that's kind of what I said.
Are you kidding? So you're telling me that Jeff Hoffman, a guy that's been a top 10 reliever in all of baseball in the last 3 years, has not earned the closing role for the Toronto Blue Jays, the worst bullpen in baseball last year? Who the fuck has?
It's like him and Jimmy are the only two
But
people.
Jimmy was injured the last quarter of the season. He was like a 7 ERA with the.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to fight it out for who's gonna close games. Nice little, and I think it's gonna be Jeff Hoffman, but we'll see. Thinking out loud, baseball didn't think so, and that's okay. Since the Jays have won on opening day the last 3 seasons and had almost no success in those years, should we
I got
lose?
bad news. I got terrible news, Avery. I was going to do a tweet about this. I was going to try to spin zone it. The Jays got to lose opening day. Oh, if they want to win the World Series. Jays won opening day in 92. They won opening day in 93. They won opening day in 2015. They won opening day in 2016. This team just refuses to lose on opening day.
Yeah, the best opening day team of all time.
Yeah, unfortunately, my research, which was conducted, credit to me, means that we're doomed. Like, we win or lose opening day. But again, I would like to switch it up and lose this opening day. Like, I hope they get shit kicked, with all due respect.
With all due respect, of course. Why has Master Flip not been signed by an MLB club?
Well, he's a baseball god. I get
Johnny, you fight with the guys who you just can't win. Like
I get that, and that's
I started listening. I listened for like 12 minutes. You don't need me in there. I was like, I listened for 10 minutes. I was like, you will never change this guy's mind. I can't
and
listen.
He will never change mine. But
exactly, I can't listen to you guys go around in circles for an hour and a bit.
But this is the craziest thing about that entire space. I actually brought points on why he was wrong. Like, he said the Jays had 10 years to extend Vladdy. They're not going to extend a 15-year-old. What are you talking about? So I don't know, man. It's like, he also said that baseball is a game of chance. Like, anyone could win the World Series, anyone go to the playoffs. And he said the Jays aren't making the playoffs. It's just like, what are we talking about? But again, those are the type of guys. Like, he is legit a crazy person, though. Like, I actually should probably distance myself from him. Yesterday, he essentially tweeted that he sexually assaulted me. Like, he tweeted a picture of like a bee fucking another bee and saying, the internet watching me fuck Johnny. I'm like, this is a little like a grown man who's in his 30s talking about fucking a 27-year-old. A little crazy. But Yeah, it's a crazy space. There was no winning for me, unfortunately.
Do we have MVP picks for the 2025 season? I have not conducted my research yet.
I mean, it's going to be just chalk. Aaron Judge, probably.
I think
Aaron
so.
Judge is going to have to single-handedly carry the Yankees. That's just what it is.
I think we could get a Gunnar Henderson MVP, unfortunately.
Gunner's a bum.
I think.
Like 0 in the playoffs in his career. He's a bum.
Yeah. People want to know if you'll piss your pants if Vladdy signs.
No, why is everyone so fascinated with the Johnny pissing his pants thing? I've done that twice.
Because it's funny. Like it just is funny.
I literally did that when the Jays missed the playoffs. I did that for the Springer thing. Like, let's find a new slant here. Why can't Johnny just be happy?
Yeah. In 5 years outside of Vladdy, who is the biggest name on this team? Is it someone currently in the org or someone later acquired through trade? Okay, so 5 years, my first thought was Arjun to be that guy based on maybe not the best player, but just like really loved.
Everyone's buying in on Arjun.
Yeah, we're like really loved in the city. So 5 years, I mean, maybe it'd be his third years in the big leagues if things go very, very well.
Yeah.
So I'll say Arjun just because of that, but
I can agree with that.
They want to love Arjun so bad, and that's okay.
I'll say Trey Savage.
Oh, nice. I like that one. Two, Woke Jays wants to know how the Jays fit Wagner, Loperfido, Clement, Barger, Schneider, Leo, Clase.
See, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah, and I know it is crazy. Surely someone gets traded. It's his point at the end of it now.
Someone's got to get traded.
I think someone's got to get traded. But again, they can be in the minors.
But some of those guys can't, though. Ernie can't.
I think Ernie's the only one who can't.
What about Leo?
No, he got an extra year of option.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. So, pretty much all those guys can. Like Ernie would never go down. Like, why would you do that? So,
yeah, you don't want to lose Ernie. I
think you can make it work. They might be a wagon AAA offense at least.
Yes.
Like the Buffalo Bison's AAA might be the 2021 Jays. No pitching, just great offense.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching our Buffalo Bisons go at it this year. I mean, the ball just absolutely flies there, but I'm also looking forward to seeing, like, man, did Addison Barger really turn it around? Like, he's raking in AAA, then to come up here and hit 110.
Okay. Someone wants to know why your teeth are so perfect now.
Again, I just posted that picture of me in a mirror, and it blows my mind. My family and friends, my loved ones, let me walk around with my teeth like that. Like, I look at old pictures like that, man. I'm like, what the fuck?
You know
what I'm saying?
Man.
Like, look how like my bottom ones are almost straight now. Like the top ones are almost perfectly straight. I can't fucking believe a year ago. Like, I sometimes looked at old Gate 14 videos. I'm only halfway done the Invisalign. This is what they're like now, halfway done.
Yep.
Once this is fully done, it's going to be insane. But some of the old videos, it's like, oh my God. I can't, like, the bottom, they look fucked. The bottom teeth look insane.
I can't say I've ever really looked or noticed.
Well, I'm sure the women notice. That's for damn sure. Yeah. That's for fucking damn sure. Yeah, I'm sure.
It's Invisalign though. Invisalign.
I'm sure. Yeah, shout out Invisalign. But I'm sure the old Johnny Junta women were looking at that guy has good teeth. Now they're going to be saying that. But those old pictures, holy fuck, not great.
How much third base will Vlad play this season? So I've seen Will Wagner taking reps at first base all the time.
That's how you maximize the lineup, though, right?
I really think so. Yeah,
I think Will Wagner rocks. By the way, I think he's 5th in Rookie of the Year odds, plus 1,100 for Will Wagner.
Yeah.
So the books are clearly saying he's gonna have a big year, right? Like,
I would think so.
I'm looking forward to the Will Wagner resurgence, I guess, but kind of. Can you say breakout? Would it
he'd be a breakout? Yeah, absolutely, he'd be a breakout.
But I think you maximize the lineup in terms of that, like Vladdy at third, Wags at first, Jimenez at second, Bo at short, Kirk at catcher, Santander in left, Varsho in center, Springer in right. Right? That's how you maximize the lineup.
I mean, he played 24 games last year. It would absolutely be a breakout for it.
Would, yeah, Jimenez.
I would say he plays 23 games at third.
Yeah,
base.
23 games, the third game of a series. They throw him over there.
Yeah,
after
Exactly.
DHing or something.
An American fast food chain you wish we had in Canada.
Raising Cane's, obviously.
I knew
Raising Cane's is fucking ridiculous.
I knew
That
you
is
that
the
would be your answer.
that is the greatest fast food chain in North America, and it's honestly not even close. It really isn't.
Yep. Okay. Would you rather be the master of flipping or the king of sarcasm?
That is the worst options I've ever heard. Like I
Neither.
don't know who
Okay,
to pick.
neither. Neither. Do the Blue Jays need to acquire more Italians? No,
The
I'll answer
Jays,
that.
the
I'll
Jays
answer
were the
that.
best.
No.
The Jays were the best when they had a lot of Italians in the team. Romano, Colabella. Yeah, well, they didn't play the same team. Yeah, no, Italians aren't the best at baseball.
Lots of projection sites have Lo Perfido starting less than 30 games. Do you think he starts
That's
more?
crazy, Abe.
Yeah, I
Lo
mean,
Perfido will start more than 30 games this year. That's insane.
I think so too. Yeah, it's low projection sites.
Yeah.
They're just doing their thing. What's the longest home run you've ever hit?
Me?
I think both of us.
Longest home run I ever hit. Like I've talked about this on the podcast before. I hit a ball off of this D2 JUCO in Nebraska. It's called Southwestern, I think they're called, or Southeastern. They're D1 now, JUCO. They're in the McClick Conference. Bet a gun the mount throwing 95. He threw me a middle in pitch, and I just like don't remember anything from it. But I launched it over the horse stables in left field and threw my bat into the dugout.
And then your coach.
Yeah, there was horse stables in left. And I remember my coach said, "Yeah, if you do that again, you're on the first bus back to Canada." But yeah, that was the longest furthest home run I ever hit. Easily.
I never hit till I like got back to Canada and played OUA. I hit a ball. It was like with OUA playoffs. The team I was playing for was the worst baseball team ever put together. And we hadn't won a game, and we played Windsor first day of playoffs. And I hit a ball center field at Ajax on the backfield, and it was just like 40 feet over center field. I was like, "Oh, holy shit!"
Is Ajax a small field?
One of them smaller than the other, I think. But it had to have been like over 400 feet to be center field usually. No, got all hitting home runs is the coolest. Like, there's not a cooler feeling in the world.
Yeah, it's fair.
It just hits the barrel, and it's like it doesn't feel like anything happened, and you just look at that thing go. Awesome. Assuming Vlad and Santander are 1 and 2, who do you think hits the third most home runs on the Jays this year? Any sleepers? I want to say Arelvis. I want to say Arelvis so bad, but that's such a bad answer.
He's gonna be doing that in Buffalo. That is a sad question. When you know I can't even come up with an answer.
Do you think we get like 24 Springer home runs somehow?
I'll come out and say that if George Springer hits 24 home runs, his team's making the playoffs.
I like that.
That's a sad question, Avery. Who do you think?
I think
we can't even give you the third guy to hit the most home runs on the team.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get over 20 home runs, so I'm thinking it would be
who would like Varsho?
He was lower than 20 the last 2 years, right? Or just at 20?
20. Who, Abe?
I'll go George Springer. I hope George Springer.
What about Bo?
I don't think he hits 25 home runs. I think he's awesome. I don't think he hits
You are saying George Springer is the third on the team.
I would be. We need that to happen.
All right. That's a little fucking crazy.
But like go around the field. Who else is doing that? Jimenez, no. Will Wagner's not hitting that many home runs. No. Ernie's not doing that.
Kirk, no.
Exactly.
Roden?
I don't think you get 25 from him.
No. Wow, that's like this is like the meme from Dumb and Dumber. We are one pathetic loser. That's pretty sad, Abe. Honestly, man.
Okay,
when you dumb that down, that's pretty embarrassing, no?
That we don't know. I don't think that's that embarrassing.
Well, that it's not that concrete that there's a third guy.
No, we want them all to hit more than 20 home runs. So I'll leave that open for them to kind of do.
Okay.
This is a funny question. Whose nutsack tastes better, Atkins or Shapiro? I'm
not answering that question.
Obviously,
that's a John hater.
And you listen to this podcast and that's what you get from it.
It blows my mind.
We don't crazy chirp them, that's for sure.
But people listen to this podcast and say that we're Atkins and Shapiro dick riders. I think we've been fairly critical. I have openly said And you have openly said, if they get fired, we get it. They
Yeah.
have 0 playoff wins. What more do you want us to fucking call them slurs and like tell people to riot like it's January? Like, what more do people want from us? I don't know.
Yep. It's a good question. And the last one, what are your reactions to all the shit Marcus Stroman is pulling right now?
This is hilarious. I mean,
it's one, hilarious, and two, I don't think it's like he's pulling that much shit. They don't want him to play on the team, and he's showing up to camp early still.
This is where I'm at, Avery. This is where I'm at with this. Could you have picked a worse relationship than Marcus Stroman and the Yankees, though?
No.
Like, let's be real here, Avery. You knew that was going to happen. Bro.
Everyone knew that was going to happen.
But I don't think Marcus Stroman's doing anything wrong.
I don't think so. He hasn't held out at camp. He was there.
Yeah, he was there on time.
Yeah. So
he's just saying he's a starter, and I respect it. A guy who's going to automatically give you 20 plus starts, 150, 160 innings as a 6th starter. That's good for a team to have.
Yeah, it's just the Yankees don't want that.
Yeah, unfortunately. But
they signed him. They gave him the shit deal.
But if I'm the Yankees, Avery, and I have Band-Aids like Garrett Cole and Carlos Rodon on my rotation, I am being as nice as humanly possible to Marcus Stroman because those dudes are ticking time bombs. They're not going to make every start a season.
It's true.
It's good to have guys like Stroman on your team, man.
Yep, it is. And that's all we got for listener questions. So we got Kevin GohD coming up, MLB The Show streamer, Canadian guy, Blue Jays fan. Awesome
Living
talk
in the
with
West
him.
Coast.
You guys get the Family Day long weekend. Probably one of the longest Gate 14 episodes we've done in a long time.
Yeah.
So appreciate you guys for listening. We will kick it to the Kevin GohD.
Love you guys. Gate 14 forever. Now we go. All right. We are now joined by one of the biggest MLB The Show content creators on the planet who happens to be a Toronto Blue Jays fan. It is Kevin GohD. Kevin, what's up, man?
Not much, man. Just ate a bunch of pizza, to be honest. Hopefully I don't have pizza all over my face sitting here, but yeah, it's good to be with you guys tonight.
How's life, man? The game, we're getting some new stuff on the new MLB The Show. Are you finally excited for this year?
Yeah, man, to be honest with you, this is probably like the first year that I've in like, god damn, like 3 years, or no, four. I remember the last year I was actually kind of excited for this damn game to come out. It was 2021, and that was like April when it came out. So yeah, it's been like 4 years. I have no idea if the damn game's going to be good or not. Who the hell knows, to be honest with you. But it just, I don't know. This year I feel like really, I'm excited for like the MLB season to happen and everything too. Like the last couple years are just kind of snuck up on me. And it's like, oh shit, here it is. And then, but yeah, this year I'm just excited for everything happening baseball related. I don't know. I'm just
I watched a lot of your content. And it was so different this year. It was a big like burnout from you. You had to try something different too because you went back to all the old games. We had some fun.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I did that before in the past. I just like forced myself to sit and be miserable and play shit and didn't want to do it. But this year I was just like, you know what the hell with it? Like I'm just gonna do what I wanted to do. But then yeah, just eventually I just kind of at once like 25 news started coming out, I kind of started to get a little bit excited again. So then I was playing recently and just, yeah, it's weird. Usually I don't really get excited about much anymore, but I just felt like really nice to be playing, anything related to baseball again, because yeah, it's kind of been a rough couple years, to be honest, in terms of the show for the most part.
Yeah. So I'm not really locked in on video games like MLB The Show. Sorry. Are you one of the bad boys in MLB The Show community? Like I don't see like does the show like promote you and stuff like that, or are you one of the bad boys? Or maybe Avery can answer that question.
You mean like people who they like acknowledge and stuff?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So man, for the longest time, I never even thought about this shit anyway. When it first happened, like I think like 20, actually, I don't even know. It may have been around like 2017 when they started to like acknowledge people and shit. And then I think 2020 was the first year they like reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to like do something or something, I think. And then I think, yeah, 2021, they asked me, I think a couple times to like release. Yeah, it was beginning of 2021. They asked me to release the first Blue Jays. I forget what the series of cards was, but it was a Bo Bichette, and they asked me to release it. But then, yeah, at this point, I've talked to sometimes I've talked to one person who works at like the development place a couple times. He's like I think he's a really cool guy, to be honest. But no, I don't really. It's not like I don't talk to them often or anything. But yeah, they definitely like sometimes if they reach out and ask me if I want to like do something, they definitely. I never thought about that though. Like I know that's like a big controversy every year where like some people get like acknowledged and some people don't. Like I never thought that even if they didn't acknowledge me, I like didn't give a shit about that anyway, because like I'm just here to play the game and have fun. Like I'm not, if SDS acknowledges me, then I honestly don't even really care, to be honest.
Kev is he's a bad boy.
He's the bad boy of it.
He's like the only person who's like him, who's doing it like that. It's the only reason I would watch his stuff. So that answers it for you.
Because why does he again like? Is he outspoken about like how trash the game is at times and people don't like that? Or
I don't think I'm going to talk for Kev here. This is not how an interview goes.
Go ahead.
I'm going to do it.
Please do it.
Kev is kind of like you, John. Like Kevin's good at the game, but he just likes to say how kind of bad he is at the game a lot of the time. Just like try and go 12 and 0.
Honest.
Try and go 12 and 0 all the time. It might take you the full season, but people are going to watch the videos all the time. So
okay,
yeah, he's all
like I'm honest when I'm dog shit at something. Like I'll tell you I'm dog shit at it. It's just that's just kind of how I am at anything.
Because a lot of our listeners, I mean, it's like not the old heads, but some people who aren't really into the show. I'm assuming these are the type of questions that they would like to have. Is there people in the community that like you have publicly had beef with, like that take it very serious and hate what you do, or are you kind of loved by all the other creators, but like you're still the kind of the bad boy of the industry?
Damn, that's funny you asked that. There was a couple years ago, there was something happened on Twitter. I don't even remember what had happened. I remember I was like editing a video or something in the middle of it, and something on Twitter happened. And then I was just trolling. Like I kind of troll around on Twitter. Like I'm probably 99.9% of the things that I post on Twitter is probably like just goofy, non-serious anything. But
yeah,
a couple years ago, there was something where I was trolling someone, and that kind of started a bunch of controversy. And I was just like, "What? I don't even know what's going on right now. Like, I'm doing something right now. Like, I don't have time to respond to this." And then, man, a couple years ago, this has nothing to do with MLB The Show, but a couple years ago, I know Johnny probably knows about this because Yankee fans are ruthless.
Yeah,
they are ruthless. I remember they had a series. I remember this exact series. They played. I think it was in like June. Or no, it was either beginning of July or June, and they had a series, and then, man, it was chaos on Twitter the whole week. It was chaos. And I remember saying something on Twitter about like, like fuck the Yankees or something like that. And then like my mentions for maybe a year were still Yankee fans. Like I'm just like, oh my Jesus, these guys are insane. I like the passion of Yankee fans is top notch though. Like it is crazy how much they love their own team.
Yeah.
I respect it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like I respect the passion they have. Although it gets a little ugly sometimes. I saw some things on Twitter that I've never seen before in my life when that happened.
They're ruthless, man.
When that happened.
Ruthless.
But yeah, I've seen you in some chaos that I've been like, man, I kind of want to jump in right here, but I'm not looking forward. I'm not looking to get into anything anymore with these guys.
You kind of did yesterday with John Boy. I mean, Avery, who doesn't really get in the mud, got in the mud with John Boy. And again, he's such a I'll say, I don't give a he's a piece of shit. I hate that motherfucker. Like, he is the woat. So I was kind of just wondering if you obviously had a John Boy in like the video game community, but I guess it's everyone's kind of cordial there. But yeah, the Yankee fans are fucked, man. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, for the most part, everyone that I talk to in the community is cool as hell. Like I talk to a few people. I don't talk to like a million people or anything, but I have a couple people that I talk to sometimes. And yeah, we're all like friends and everything. Like no one has beef or anything. Usually if there's beef, it's all over the place. And then you see it like all over the internet.
The beef's got to be with all the competitive players too, right? Not the guys who
Those dudes are fucking insane at the game.
They're so good at the game.
I still don't get it to this day how some people are that good at this specific game. Like some games you can get good at, you play. I've been playing MLB The Show and like baseball games in general since I was a child. And I still can't become as good as some of these guys, man. Like they are psychopaths. Like I have no idea, but a lot of them are cool. I remember a couple years ago, Avery, I don't know if were you playing the game around like 17?
Oh yeah, yeah.
2017, I remember if it was like the most insane shit of all time. Like it was competitive players and then just like people like me who just kind of screwed around on the game. And then I remember there was like this big war that happened where competitive players were like starting shit with like a bunch of people and stuff. And I remember being in the middle of something. I forget what I remember I made a joke or something that like I played someone and then I made a joke that they were cheating or something because he was so damn good at the game. And then the next time I went on Twitter, I wanted to crawl under my bed. It was the scariest shit of all time. But yeah, for the most part, we all at this point in time, excuse me, Jesus Christ, I'm dying over here. A lot of those people are they become like friends of a lot of people in the community and stuff. So like if you didn't get along at first, most of the time at this point in time, everyone's just like cool with each other now anyway.
Yeah, that's fair. So where are you at right now with our Toronto Blue Jays? You did say it to me in the DMs, like that you're excited for the season, and rightfully so, man. I mean, Mad Max, Santander,
Dude,
Jeff Hoffman.
I don't know if you guys are. I watched your most recent video, but man, I am. The fact that Scherzer is on the Jays is legendary. I don't know if anyone else feels that way. Like that's who cares. He's old and shit. Some people probably just don't even really care for the most part. But man, I think it's like I want a Scherzer jersey and like hang it from my wall because I'm that damn excited that he's on the team. Like I've always liked Scherzer, even when he played on the Tigers, like way back in the day.
Yeah.
So
were you like this with Votto, Kev, or no?
Oh, yeah, kind of, to be honest. And then what was it? The ankle injury, the worst ankle injury in the history of Earth. Has he recovered from that yet?
I don't know.
I haven't heard anything since like he went on, he couldn't play. And then I haven't, like, what the hell's going on with him?
Oh, no. The ankle got okay. And then.
Is he okay?
Like, we sacrificed Votto for Scherzer. Like, Scherzer's going to be a dog this year because we sacrificed Joey Votto. That's what we did.
Yeah, I think that actually might happen. I'm insanely pumped for Scherzer to be on the team. And I heard you guys talking about what are the odds that they sign Vlad before the season maybe begins. And then the fact that, I don't, you guys brought up something too, saying that like Jays fans who don't want Vlad to sign or something are weird. And it's like, he should be signed tomorrow and everyone should want that to happen. Why wouldn't you want that to happen? Like I've seen people say like, fuck Bo Bichette, fuck Vlad. It's like, what? What are you saying? Like,
I think it's a lot of it. A lot of it is the Leafs fandom dripping in. Like Leafs fans hate Marner and Marner's like nasty. Like I think a lot of it is the Leafs fandom just wanting everyone shipped out because there's always the grass is always green on the other side for these people, but they don't realize like the Bo Bichette slander is insane. The dude
is insane.
He led the league in hits twice. Should have been 3 years in a row. He got injured the third year. He was on pace to lead the league. And they're talking like this guy is a fucking bum, like a double A bum.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't get it, man. I don't think I've ever said a bad word about Bo in my life, and I don't think I ever will. And I just can't even picture a situation where the Jays don't have those two on the team. Like, I don't want to think about that.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't picture a team where I don't know how you guys feel, but I can't picture the Jays without Vlad or Bo on the team. Like, it would just like depress me beyond belief. We looked forward to this for how long? For Bo and Vlad to finally get here, and then they get here, and now we're just going to let them go? Yeah. They need to stay.
I totally agree. People are going to – the funny thing that would happen, in my opinion, is Vlad signs the big deal, and then next year, if Bo's gone, Bo has a better year than Vlad. And all the Toronto sports radio people
who wanted Bo gone, by the way, will switch their tune and say they should have kept Bo.
I think that is the worst case scenario. That is definitely going to happen.
I was just going to say that is 1,000% going to be what happens too if that actually does happen. But like, do you guys think that's going to happen?
Like, I think Bo's gone. I think me and Avery have said that on the pod a couple times. Like, I think Vladdy is 75%. I'm convinced he's going to sign during spring training or by the time this podcast drops, hopefully before Sunday. But Bo, he's going to want Adames money. And I don't know if the Jays are the front office willing to give him Adames money and Vladdy 500 million or whatever it is, right, Dave? Like, where are you at with that?
Yeah, like I think you're giving at least $600 million up to those two players if you have to sign both of them. And I think it's a shortstop, so
Jesus.
like giving Bo 6 by whatever, it makes sense to pay your shortstop that money because he's been a decent shortstop and he's a great hitter. The deal that doesn't make sense in baseball terms, if you totally take out who the players are, is paying your first baseman $400 million. So it will. I think there's a way they can do it. Are they going to have the chance to? Is the question.
Here's the better question. Do you guys think that Rogers actually has the money? I think we all know the answer to that.
If they don't have the money, then we've been lied to for a long time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if they really wanted to make it happen, I feel like they could.
Yeah, the thing is, you can make the case. I mean, they offered Ohtani $700 million.
Yeah, they offered. Yeah, like what?
Yeah, yeah, you could get both those guys. Again, I know Bo has expressed his desire to play for the Toronto Blue Jays and play with Vladdy forever and win a World Series with them. Bo, if you're looking at it based off of who has been good, more consistent, is it crazy to say Bo, Avery? Like
they're both kind of Bo's like streaky by month, Vlad's kind of streaky by year.
By year, yeah, exactly.
It's totally different. Man, the best Toronto Blue Jays team has those two on it. And at the end of the day, is how I think that's how I'll always feel.
People just, again, it's the recency bias thing, but do people not remember how fucking awesome Bo Bichette was in 2022? Like when he hit
I don't think they do, man.
It's like, dude, the guy legitimately put the entire team on his back in September and carried them to the playoffs. Like he hit like 460 or whatever it was in September, and the dude gets hurt in 2024. The play gets like what, 200 at bats maybe, and then the fans are talking about like, fuck it, trade Bo. Let's get pieces. Like, it's such a stupid mindset, and I'm in the mindset where it's like I don't want Bo traded. If he walks into the year, fuck it. But let's run it back this year. Let's see what Bo and Vladdy do together, and hopefully they're good at the exact same time, which is something we've never seen before.
I know
they've never been good.
I was just gonna say, like, this is what. Yeah, I don't think a Jays fan has ever seen every like best player on, at least recently, all players doing incredible at the same time.
Yes.
2021,
Avery. Man, I think I don't know about you guys either, but I think about 2021 like it's my own mother. Like I think about 2021 way too much. Right?
I talk about it like they won the World Series that year on this podcast. I go, we need 2021 back. It's like they didn't even make the playoffs. Like I talk about them.
Yeah,
it's loser talk. To be honest with you.
I honestly, this might be a loser opinion too, but I honestly think that if they made the playoffs, they may have won the whole damn thing.
Oh,
that's just because. Listen, they would have gone in their underdog city. No one would have been giving them a chance, and I think they would have gone maybe to at least the championship series at least.
I just want a playoff win, Kevin, man. We haven't the entirety of this podcast. The Jays are 0-4 in the playoffs. One of the games they were up 8-1, blew that. The other series they were in 2023, they scored one run or two runs and fucking
that Twin series.
Yeah. It's so bad.
I'm still depressed about that. Like I never been more depressed in my life watching them. Was that 2020? What year was that?
2023.
2023, yeah. That was
year.
But that's the interesting thing, though. We talk about being a fan. We had two playoff years that we kind of forget. 2023 was kind of fun, or 2022 was kind of fun.
Yeah, 2022, yeah.
But 2021, we watched the team and we had fun watching them. That's all that matters to these people. You can forget about going to the playoffs for 2 years because we want to talk about a team that didn't make the playoffs because we had fun watching them.
We talk about a non-playoff team more highly than we talk about two back-to-back playoff teams that won like 90 games. That's what we do.
I swear to Christ, I could probably name every single like big moment. I'm sure you guys can too, that happened in 2021. Like every Vlad home run, every like grand slam that was hit. Like I still remember some home runs that Vlad hit. I don't know if you guys probably might remember this one too. He hit one. It was kind of early in the season. They played the Sox. And it was in the top of the ninth. I think they lost that game. I think it was 0-0, and he hit a home run off Matt Barnes. I remember being insane. Like my head almost maybe hit the ceiling. I jumped so high in the air. Like there was so many things that happened in 2021 that I still think I go back on YouTube and watch highlights from 2021 all the time. Like, is that might be loser? Is that a loser mindset?
Loser talk.
It's loser stuff, but we all do it.
We're sitting here talking about a team that didn't even make the playoffs, and we're all excited and shit. What the hell's wrong with us? The three of us, man. And then they made the playoffs the next 2 seasons. But like, let's be honest, 2021 was more exciting to watch than some of the shit we've seen in the last.
I think what it was is that the reason 2021 rocked was every game they were in. No matter what, like they were down 4. It's like, fuck it. Simeon's the problem is,
John, they'd be up 6, but they were still in the game because they were going to blow the lead.
Oh, yeah. The bullpen was terrorist city.
100%. Yeah.
Like it was every game. It was edge of your seat. Like, holy shit. What is Simeon, Teo, Lourdes, Vladdy, Bo? It was even Springer was good back then. Like,
yeah,
it was legit peak. And again, I will be telling my grandkids, like, if they made the playoffs that year, we'd be on a fucking parade float. Like they were a goddamn wagon. So it is. I mean, but this year, man, I get roasted on Twitter for it a lot. You probably see it, but I'm very optimistic about this year. Like, and people are called, oh, Jays are going to finish last. Jays are going to finish last. I think this team is going to shock a lot of people this year. I really do. I think Bichette bounce back I'm willing to say 100% going to happen. There is no way that dude has back-to-back bad seasons.
If he plays 150 games, there's no way he's bad.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I'm excited, man. And Santander is such a fun addition. A guy that just doesn't give a fuck about average, just launches baseballs, never really gets on base. On base, like what 305 last year, Avery. Like,
yeah, it was bad.
Anthony Santander is awesome to hit behind Vladdy or in front of Vladdy. It's like 2 power hitters that launch at will. It's unbelievable, Kev.
I hope he becomes, like someone that people probably didn't expect to have some crazy ass season and then does have a crazy ass. I'll be honest, when they signed him, I was just kind of like, okay. Like I wasn't like that. I was excited more for Scherzer.
Yeah.
To be honest. But like, I don't know. But yeah, man, I kind of feel the same way. Like 2025, short-haired Bo. You guys believe in short-haired?
Oh, yeah. Vladdy worked for Vladdy.
Oh, yeah. Like short-haired Vladdy and Bo together, like dominating. Can you guys imagine? I swear to Christ, too. I would do anything to go to a Toronto. I remember in 2021 saying that too. Like, if they make the playoffs, I will walk to Toronto. I don't give a shit. Like, I will get there any way I can. Like, and I would do anything just to watch them. Like, just do anything. And this season, I mean, it would be nice if they probably picked up a couple more people or something. But like. I don't know. It just, you never know, man. Like if Vladdy and I guess this is, I know we're trying to talk about this season and everything, but like I see this on Twitter all the time too. And this is something that I've always thought, even in like 2022, 2023, when everyone was just like, I blow it up, trade everyone, all this shit. Do you guys think, and everyone gives like Ross Atkins shit and stuff like that, which sometimes it's deserved, but do you guys think that sometimes it was that the team was just dog shit, or it was just like Ross Atkins did his job, got a good team, but they just simply underperformed?
It's the team. You take the sample size of a full season over a 2-game series.
Yeah,
pretty much all the time.
That's the tough thing about.
I think you have to think about that rationally. 162 versus 2. Which one holds more weight? People are going to remember the 2-game playoffs.
Exactly.
But you played 160. You did a good job. Brandon Belt was the worst hitter in the world in that playoff series.
But he was the best DH in ball.
Yeah.
But he was, it again, like I get called a Ross Atkins shill, but I
mean, I like Ross Atkins kind of, to be honest. Like I know he's done some stupid shit, like what GM hasn't, but yeah, I just feel like sometimes it's just like, man, like this guy did good things, put a good team together. And then Bo and Vlad can't get hot at the same time. Springer is useless at this point. So it's just like, like he did put somewhat of a good team together, especially in years past when they still had like Teoscar and, well, I guess, he wasn't just he didn't trade away Teoscar yet or anything like that. Like they had a good team at one point and he was there. And, even Varsho coming in, that they traded Gurriel and Moreno for
whatever. Yeah.
So it's like, it's just, I just want, like, sometimes it's just like, what the hell's going on? Is the team just doing shitty? And, you know, like, is Ross Atkins really like public enemy number one over here or some shit because he's, you know,
At some point, you gotta blame the players, and Avery says that a lot of the times. Like, he has put together good ball clubs. Like, I think in the last 4 years, if you discount last year, take away last year, this team's averaged 90 wins a season. Like, that's a pretty big sample size of a team being successful at building a good roster compared to obviously the lack of playoff success, which is a literal. It's just a game of chance who gets hot in the playoffs. But I think this year, again, this is like my sales pitch for this year is every single year the Jays have been, everyone talks about team to watch out for, team to watch out for. This year, everyone's calling them dog shit. Maybe this is the year they shock the fucking world. They've been favorites, World Series favorites 2 years ago. Like,
man, I think it's good that, yeah, it's good that they're going into the season not like huge. I remember in 2022, I think they were ESPN or something. Like, I don't know how much weight that carries, but they chose the Jays to come out of the American League.
Yeah.
Like
it was
in
like MLB on
2022.
Fox, I think, might have done that too.
Yeah, I remember that. And I was just like, they went from like in 2021, they were still kind of, you know, I don't think anyone really thought they were going to do anything, and they were still amazing. And then in 2022, it's like they go from not really expected to do anything to be they're going to come out of the American League, and it's like, holy shit. Like, just in 1 year. So I mean, I don't know, maybe if they're just like under the radar, they might just kick some ass this year, and then, you know, we can all finally be happy once in our lives. For Christ's sake.
What do you think of some of the other AL East team moves? Do you think the Red Sox going to win the division? What do you think about the O's and kind of the Yankees with the Rays too?
Man, the Red Sox, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Is that the team that everyone thinks is going to win the division? The Sox?
I think that's kind of the trendy pick as well. But
really,
I think the Yankees have the best odds to win the division.
Yeah, I mean, I think I saw some. I don't know if it was a serious tweet or not. It's hard to tell like what's serious on that app anymore. But I saw someone say that, like, yeah, the Red Sox were going to come first, the Jays were going to be second, and the Yankees maybe were. I don't remember, but man, yeah, I'm just. It's hard to say because, God, sometimes the Orioles, I feel like the Orioles are going to be probably pretty damn good in my opinion. The Sox are definitely getting. So who Jesus Christ, they got. I swear to Christ, I didn't even know they got Chapman.
They got Chapman, Bregman, Bueller, Crochet, and I'm missing
Liam Hendricks is coming back.
I did not know. I saw a video on Twitter or something like 2 days ago, and Chapman was pitching a bullpen. It's like, when the hell did Chapman get on the Sox? But yeah,
that was early. That was early.
Oh, okay. I was probably not paying attention or something. I was I had no idea. But yeah, the Sox are actually going to be pretty damn good. I don't know, man. The Yankees, Judge fucking carries like that damn team, even if they're not like, Christ. Judge is just a nightmare. Every time I see him on TV, I just get like chills. You know, he's going to hit like a 600-foot home run or something. But it's hard to say anything. You know, the Yankees, it'd be nice if they couldn't probably, you know, just completely shit all over the Jays or something. But man, yeah, I think the Sox are definitely going to be a lot better. I don't know, who knows, but yeah, have the Rays done anything? I was trying to think of what the teams have done.
Jano.
Oh, right, yes.
Ha-Seong Kim went there too. But they have some young guys coming up, and then their rotation's pretty healthy again. Yeah. McClanahan's back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Rays
are in the hell division, man.
Dude.
We're in the hell division.
It's hard. Yeah, like if you ask me who I think is going to win the division, I have no damn idea. I feel like I really have no idea. It's like every single team in the division just could basically kick the shit out of anybody. I feel like at any moment, because like, damn, I don't know. I haven't really paid attention to what like the Rays have done though. That's why I asked. And like the Orioles,
not too much, honestly.
They're usually quiet though from that aspect. I am, it's really a coin toss. I mean, the Jays are obviously projected to finish in last place.
Are they actually?
Yeah. Unfortunately for us, Jays are projected to finish.
Projection systems don't matter, man. They got to play the game on the field.
I mean, the Jays, the previous fucking 3 years projected to have like 90 wins. How did that work out? So I am throwing projections out of the goddamn window, to be honest with you, because they don't mean anything. Nothing.
No, they really,
right.
They really don't.
Is there a guy you're most excited to see this year, obviously besides Bichette and Vladdy?
Maybe besides, well, I already talked about Scherzer. It'd be nice to see Scherzer just like become like the Jason Grilly of the team.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Jason
talking
Grilly
about?
was awesome.
He was so
He was
sick.
amazing, dude. Watching him like strike people out and then go off the mound like a lunatic was some of the craziest shit we've ever seen. But yeah, isn't what's going on with is Varsho still
Hurt.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's still hurt. Yeah. Man,
I don't think he's going to be opening day. I think it's going to take him a month probably.
I would honestly do sick and disgusting things for him to just have a crazy season because like I honestly can't stand like looking at him at this point in time. It just gets me angry because the team has kind of been dog shit ever since he's been here.
Yeah.
But like I would really I want him to just like do incredible like the whole year offensively. Like everyone knows he's good defensively. Offensively, like and Springer. Is he useless now, man? Like, is he ever going to be able to play baseball again? Like, what the hell's going on?
Man, you got one
Springer
last kick at the can for him.
Man. Springer used to be when 2021 Springer. God, give it back to me. Like, I hope he has a good season too.
Man, last year at one point, I mean, he was one of the worst hitters I've ever seen.
He was a guaranteed out. You saw him come to the plate. You just go to the kitchen and get a drink.
Yeah.
Because this guy was a guaranteed out, man. And that's the case for some other players on the team too. Like I felt that way about Varsho too sometimes. Varsho comes up, all right, I'm going to the bathroom.
It's unfortunate. He is going to put up obviously insane numbers defensively. Yeah. But if he is just a little bit above league average offensively, this dude is one of the best outfielders in the game, obviously because of how good he is defensively. So it is just there's so many question marks this year, but I have full blown talked myself into them being good. 84, 85 wins. Let's sneak into the fucking playoffs. Why not?
The Varsho problem is when they acquired him, he hit 27 home runs that year.
Yes.
And we just haven't come that close again.
Yeah, he hasn't done as good as that. Yeah.
No, like 7 home runs less. If we get back to that, we're cooking, but off a shoulder, and he was above league average hitter when we acquired him, and he's gone 2 straight seasons below league average hitter. That's
exactly. Yeah, that's
I like to be an apologist because I don't think the trade was as egregious as people want to say. People who just are so set on a take on the other side just kind of make me mad, so I'm on his side. But yeah, we got a league average hitter, above league average hitter. We're cooking with gas with Varsho.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you planning on coming to games this year, Kevin? I know last year you didn't even go, right?
No, I didn't go. Man, yeah, like that's I'm gonna try to 100%. Usually try to go like sometime in the summer, like July or August or something, especially if they're like in it or some shit.
Yeah.
Like if they're in it in August or well then even then, I don't know, I might have to if they're in it and there's a really good chance they make it or something, then they get into the playoffs again somehow. Host a playoff game again, like I definitely. The thing with that too is like I was gonna go in 2022. That's when they played the Mariners, right? 2022. Yeah. Man, I remember when they went into the playoffs, like it didn't have the special feel to it. I remember just watching the game being like, this is not what it was like last year. And same with 2023. Like I remember watching in 2023 and being like, this team isn't winning shit. Like they may have made the playoffs, but I just can't see it happening. And then, yeah, like if I don't know if I have to feel like the team is gonna make me. If I spend my money to go watch them, I want to know that they're gonna actually have a damn chance to win. So, but yeah, I'm 100% gonna try to go because there's nothing better than going to a damn Jays game, man. Spending money on just like unnecessarily high expensive shit at the Rogers Center, right? Man, I went there once. Avery, listen to this, buddy. I went to the Rogers Center once, and I remember the people behind me. They ordered these like alcoholic drinks or something. It was like $25 or something.
Oh yeah,
for one of them. And it wasn't Johnny. It wasn't a beer. It was like a little like a what are those damn cups? Like
the helmet cups.
No, like it was like one of those tiny. It was like a shot.
Oh,
it was, and I turned around and just peeked at it because I was $25. It was the smallest drink I've ever seen. $25. I almost fainted in my chair, man.
It's ridiculous to be honest with you, but that's that. I mean, we go every time. We always we chomp at the bit, and that's what we do. But
you have to make a concerted effort because you're out east, right, Kevin?
No, I'm out west now.
Out west.
I was
you
east.
Moved.
Yeah, I'm out west now. I used to be in Nova Scotia. I'm all the way out west now.
Okay,
so yeah.
You got to figure out when you're going.
I know.
Holy
yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I thought I was actually when I moved, I was going to be closer, but I'm not. I am further away from Toronto now, but because it was driving distance. Well, it still is technically, but I think it was like when I went in 2019, it was like a 18-hour drive or something,
Yeah.
and then now it'd be like 2 days. And it's like no,
Holy fuck,
oh, never
dude.
mind, I'm not doing that. But
I
yeah,
could,
like
oh,
I hate flying too, so like
Really?
I always think about driving, but if I went, I'd probably have to fly.
Would you be closer to Seattle then?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
100%. Like I'm way closer to Seattle
oh,
than
you got to do that
Toronto.
one then. It's basically a Jays home game.
Yes, that is 100% something I have wanted to do. It looks insane, and so many Jays fans show up. Plus, I heard Seattle is actually a pretty cool city. But yeah, that is a place I want to go. Maybe if they, yeah, I was thinking like if even if they somehow played like even in like I don't know what their schedule is this year, but even if they had some like West Coast games or something, like maybe if I wanted to take a vacation or something, go down to like
I mean,
I don't know.
they'll be in Sacramento at some point.
Oh right, yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Jesus Christ, yeah. So
So
the Sacramento, what's it? The Sacramento Athletics.
I think
yeah.
they're just called the Athletics.
Oh, they're not Sacramento.
They don't have a first name. They're just the
Oh,
Athletics.
What? Are you serious? They're just the Athletics this year.
that's kind of sick, actually.
I believe
That
so.
might be the Athletics, not even a name, just
It's
the
kind of that's kind of
Athletics.
sick.
Yeah,
I
That
it
like
is
is.
actually kind of badass, actually, if you think about it.
Just the Blue Jays, no Toronto.
I have to I have
The Blue
to
Jays.
I have to say something bad about Johnny here. It's a take I remember you having a long time ago. I could be wrong. He said Arby's is the worst fast food restaurant of all time. Can you confirm or deny your thoughts on Arby's? 'Cause I thought you're a huge Arby's guy.
Arby's is insanely good,
Oh my
actually.
god.
It is. Wait. What do you get from Arby's?
Like I just think the sandwiches are nasty. Like
Like
I
the
mean, I'm
roast
not a
beef
fast
sandwich?
food guy. I want to make clear, I'm not really a fast food guy. Avery always roasts me if I order out.
No, I mean, look at me. You're in good shape. I'm in bad shape. Being a
like I
fast food
usually
guy
get
is not
like
a
chicken and
win.
rice or whatever, and Avery will be like, "You're a fucking pussy" or whatever. But I'm just not an Arby's guy. I think it ruined it for me again, Ken. You got to think. When we played baseball in the States for college, we would go to these restaurants and eat there every week, like on the bus trip. And Arby's is one of the stops. And when you have it so much, it ruins it for you. Like it was
Yeah.
terrible in Midwest USA. You think that shit tastes good? It was
The
terrible.
thing too is in the States, there's so many options, isn't
Yeah,
there? So
yeah.
yeah, man. Well, probably I wouldn't even have known much about Arby's if I didn't live in Nova Scotia at one point. That was like the only place to eat. Like where I live now, I don't even really get Arby's anymore because there's so many other places to eat. But at one point, that was like the only damn thing. But I always see people. I don't think I've ever heard anyone else say that they like Arby's. Nobody.
I'd agree.
Do you like
People
it,
just don't
Avery?
eat. No, I mean, I'm fine. If I never eat Arby's again, I'd be okay.
I don't
Yeah.
get the Arby's hate. It's
We just don't have that many here. I don't think.
I don't know. I don't know if I've seen one in a long time.
The only one I would go to was when I was living in Sudbury in like another kind of smallish city. But
yeah, that's actually true. I haven't been in Toronto that many times, but I was there a couple years ago. I don't remember seeing an Arby's,
Yeah,
like
we're
even
not
in the mall or anything.
Yeah,
no,
we're
not
Arby's
many
guys.
mall Arby's. I don't think.
Yeah. And this, I guess, this is the last thing for the people here. I'd love to have you give a prediction for the Toronto Blue Jays season. Like, where are you feeling? How many wins? Because right now, their win total is 78.5. I think that's going way over. But where are you at with this team? What do you think is going to be the final record? And is this a playoff team in your mind right now?
Jesus. I mean, I actually, I'm going to, one thing I said, I'm going to try to be more optimistic and positive. I think so. I think they can make it. The win total, what'd you say it was projected at?
78.5.
70?
78 and a half.
78. I was going to say 70. Jesus. 78. I think they're going to be over that. I'd say like 80. Jesus, that's probably too high. I was going to say 85. I don't know if somewhere between like 80 and 83.
I like that.
I'd say. And if they squeak in, get the wild card spot or something, that might be perfect for them, right? Like, but just get in, be like the last team, Be like the 2019 Nationals, didn't they? Didn't they sneak in for the wild card or something?
They did as
wild
well
card
as
came back late and beat
they
the
did.
Brewers.
Exactly.
As well as the Arizona Diamondbacks made the World Series 2 years ago with 84 wins, I believe it was. So
the Marlins were like 500 and made the playoffs that year too. I have one final prediction I need from you, Kev. Does Ross have a job next season with the Blue Jays?
If they do shitty, probably not. No chance in hell. Like if they don't make the playoffs and do terrible, then probably no chance in hell. I think even if they wanted to keep him, people would just take him up by the jacket and throw him out of the room. So it's
if a Vladdy deal gets done, I think that increases his chances.
Oh
significantly.
yeah. If he does it, if Vlad isn't signed and they do dog shit, he's gone.
Yes.
Like forever probably, but. Yeah, if he signs Vlad and they somehow have like a decent year, make the playoffs, maybe even, imagine the Jays winning a round or two this year or something.
We'll start at a game. We'll start at a game.
If they do that, then I think so. I don't know, man. I just, God, it's just it'd be terrifying to see if they just bring someone else in who's worse or something, right?
Oh my God,
like that would just be.
I think that's what people don't understand is there's bad executives too.
Yes,
like,
there's more bad.
Could get worse.
It could get way worse. Like that's the thing. You throw this guy away, it could get a million times worse, and then we're trying to recover forever.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you have lined up here for content for the people so the people can know? Like, when does MLB The Show come out?
I think early access begins on March 14th. So like the night of the 13th, technically, depending on where you live. And then, so March 14th is early access. I'm probably, to be honest, I'm probably going to try to just play as much as possible. The last couple of years I've been trying to, I don't know. I wasn't like playing as much and posting as much, but this year I honestly feel like I'm probably going to try to get back into posting as much as possible, just because as long as I like it, God, could probably change my mind a couple months into it or something. But if I still have this type of mindset, I'll probably just post as much as possible and then see where that goes, because
the people fucking love you, dude.
Yeah, Kev, I would love to play a game against you for the Gate 14 channel.
Man, 100%. Let's do it.
Okay.
100%.
Last time Avery did that, he talked shit to like a pro guy, called him out, and I think he waxed Avery, right?
Who was it?
Zazie, I think is his name.
Oh, dude, that guy's incredible.
I know. So he had an all common team, and I had my regular team, and he beat me.
I think I did the same thing against him.
Probably. Yeah, he's fantastic.
Yeah, so he's a psychopath. I played him. Like, he's really good. He's from Canada too, isn't he?
Yes, I believe so. I believe he is.
So
but he's an awesome kid, but way younger than us. So like 20, I think. Just good hand-eye. Good hand-eye on the kids.
Exactly. Yeah. At this point in time, probably don't have a chance in hell of getting good at the game, because like a lot of the people who are really good are like in their early 20s or some shit. And it's just like, that's not happening anymore. But yeah, that guy is really good. I do remember playing him once.
Yeah.
That'll play. Yeah, Avery versus Kevin.
Let's do it.
That'd be awesome.
Seen. And don't be scared, Kevin. Avery, because I'm not as good as you probably think I am. Like God, you could even call me like a Vladdy Jr. over here. One day I could step up to the plate and just shit all over everything, and then the next day I have no idea how to hit a baseball.
I watch your videos. I'll know how to game plan against you.
Yeah, you're studying film.
I do have a video on YouTube. I don't have the video. I beat Shelfie in one of the games when he was playing all the time. Yeah, so I'm like a right below World Series guy when I play. Just can't get over the hump very often.
That's like me. That's probably exactly like me, to be honest. So this would be even ass matchup. Actually, no one's going to have to use like like an overpowered team against a terrible team or something. It can just be.
I can't do the Diamond Dynasty like I used to. Like I can't grind anymore. And I hated how they did. I hated how they did the sets this year. Like if you're not on the game playing Diamond Dynasty all the time, you're gonna be way behind.
Oh yeah, yeah. You miss like a week, or not a week, probably like a month. That was like my problem. I stopped playing for a month this year, and that after a certain point, I was like, all right, well, the hell with this, because I can't catch up.
Yeah, I'll just wait till the end when all the cards are cheap and I can play.
That's 100. That's why I kind of like playing again, because that's what I did. I just went back on the game when everyone was available. It's like, holy shit, this isn't as dog shit as it probably was. I don't know. That's just what I.
This has been awesome, Kev. We'd love to have you back on again during the season.
Maybe even a live stream. But I know you're 3 hours behind, I believe, right? Now
I'm
on the
2.
West Coast. You're 2
hours behind, yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
But anyways, Kevin, we appreciate you coming on this, brother. You're a legend, long overdue, the yearly appearance from Kevin. But let's ride in 2025. Let's have a fucking year. Why not?
Let's do it, man. I appreciate you guys. You guys are legends. I'm not the legend. You guys are legends. I watch you guys all the time, by the way. Like, legitimately, I watch your guys' podcast when I'm like editing a video at night. It's actually like, it's legitimately, I don't find many things hilarious at this point in my life, but when I watch your guys' podcast, I find myself laughing quite a bit, to be honest.
So appreciate that, man.
Thank you, Kev.
Thank you.